spectacular event we have coming this Saturday night. Mayweather Promotions is really looking forward to hosting our first boxing event here in Toronto. Again, this is the first major event in the last 30 years, and we're excited to co-promote this event with these great gentlemen up here on the stage. And again, we have a spectacular event come this Saturday night. We have two great champions. We'll be looking to collide, and at the end of the day, we only can have one winner. And who will it be? Will Adonis Stevenson be able to land his vaunted left hand and be able to stop Badou Jack like he has with many of his other opponents? Or will Badou Jack continue on his winning streak, fighting the highest level of competition out there in the entire sport? Again, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great treat for you this Saturday night. This gentleman sitting next to me, when we talk about having big events, obviously most of you got a chance to be part of this outstanding event we had last August, and we want to thank you for supporting Mayweather Promotions time in and time out. When it comes to Badou Jack, the reason why that he's fought 6 former or current world champions in a row is because this gentleman sitting next beside me. The reason why that Mayweather Promotions has had 3 of our fighters fighting for world titles in the first 5 months is because of this gentleman sitting to my right. Oftentimes you don't see his face, but that doesn't mean that he ain't making it happen, because he's solely the reason why, from our side, that Badou Jack got this opportunity. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the president of Mayweather Promotions, none other than Floyd Mayweather.
I want to say thank you to all the sponsors. I want to say thank you to Adonis Stevenson. Of course, I want to say Badou Jack. You're not just a great champion inside the ring, you're a great champion on the outside of the ring. It's all about conducting yourself in an orderly fashion. And this man to my right has conducted himself in an orderly fashion. Everything that Badou Jack has got in the sport of boxing, he earned it by going out there, working hard, and being the best that he can be. Adonis Stevenson, tough competitor, a heavy hitter, and one of the faces in the sport of boxing that you really don't see. He's behind the scenes, but he always makes a lot of noise. The matchup, like the gentleman said, it's a 50-50. Anything can happen in the sport of boxing. All it takes is one shot. But one thing we do know about Badou Jack, he can give it and he can take it, and he's not going to back down from any opponent. The whole country of Canada, I want to say thank you, because you guys, for 22 years, you guys have helped me, myself, and also my company, Mayweather Promotions, do record-breaking numbers. Just in August, we was on a press tour, me and Conor McGregor. We had the chance to come over to Canada and promote our event, and we did unbelievable numbers. So I really want to say thank you, not just to Toronto, but to the whole country. I want to say thank you, because we really did record-breaking numbers. And to the Badou Jack team, Badou Jack has a very strong team, a great team, one of the best trainers in the sport of boxing, right here. Lou DeVal, I mean, unbelievable. You know, I've been in the fight game so long that me and Lou was fighting professional at the same time. Now he's one of the best trainers in the sport of boxing, so I take my hat off to you, Lou, and I want to say thank you. And to my staff at Mayweather Promotions, you guys have done a remarkable job. You know, day in and day out, you know, I demand perfection. Nobody's perfect, but we have a great team. We have a great staff. Leonard, I want to say thank you. I couldn't choose a better CEO for my company. I really want to say thank you for going out there, working hard. You know, a lot of times when I'm out there traveling the world, doing other things, you in the office, busting your ass, you and Nicole, getting things done. And I want to say thank you to you, and the staff for going out there day in and day out and doing what you guys have to do for us to have the best company. To all the media that's covering this event, I want to say thank you. And if you watch it live, I'm pretty sure on social media, if you watch it live, and if you're in Canada, I mean, Saturday, blood, sweat, tears, two champions, two lions. I'm gonna go out there and put it all on the line for you all. It's all about excitement, and Saturday, this will be a very, very exciting fight. Tickets are, hopefully, we sell out. And if we don't sell out, we will, you're gonna miss a great show, but Showtime, thank you. We came together and we made it happen. We're the A side. Showtime is the A side, is the A side in boxing. And Mayweather Promotions, we are the past, the present, and the future of sports and entertainment. Thank you.
I like to say thank you to Floyd Mayweather. You know, of showing me a lot of respect. I like to thank the promotion. I mean, I got a lot of opportunities here on Mayweather's, team. I train like 3 of his fighters. It's a great promotion. And last but least, Badou Jack. What can I say? The biggest professional you ever see. The most dedicated fighter. The most hungriest fighter. The guy that always looking to get better. Always trying something different. Always working. I got a lot of respect for this man. He's my brother. And all I want to say is on the 19th, you're going to see a new light heavyweight champ. Thank you.
We now go across the ring to the other corner for the world champion trainer and Adonis Stevenson's trainer, Mr. Javon Sugar Hill.
Hello, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to this show, helping support this event. It's been, like everyone said, it's been a short event. The time putting it together, and Lee Baxter, Yvonne Michelle, and the Money team, everybody doing such a great job promoting this show. And you got 2 of the best fighters out here in boxing today competing on May the 19th, and it's going to be a spectacular fight. Every time Badou Jack goes out to perform, he has an exciting fight, and every time Adonis Stevenson goes out to perform, it's always an exciting fight. So May 19th, you're gonna have an exciting fight at the Air Canada Center here in Toronto. Thank you.
Thanks, Sugar. Everyone in the House agrees on the fact that it will be a tremendous event. 2 world champion fighters going at it for 12 rounds of action for the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World.
There aren't enough accolades out there to describe what Badou Jack represents. As Floyd touched on, he's the ambassador of the sport. He's the face of Mayweather Promotions. He's a great family man. He's the guy that he gives advice to all our younger fighters. Everything about this guy is genuine and good. He's a solid dude. And we're so proud of him and the accomplishments that he's accomplished thus far. And come Saturday night, he will be the new WBC light heavyweight champion of the world. And we're very confident of that. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to bring up none other than the new WBC light heavyweight champion coming this Saturday, Badou Jack the Ripper.
First off, I want to say assalamu alaikum to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. I want to thank all the supporters here from Canada. It's been crazy. I can't even walk around the city. Everybody supported me, so I'm very thankful. I want to thank my promoter Floyd and Leonard, Yvonne Michelle, Lee Baxter, my coach here, Lou DeVal. I mean, we had an amazing camp. I haven't been sick, I haven't had no injury, no problem. This is the best camp I've ever had. Everybody say that, but this is actually true. And yeah, you're gonna have a new champion. I asked for this fight. He didn't ask for this fight. I asked for this fight. I called him out before I even moved up to light heavyweight. because he's one of the best. So I want to fight. I'm all about fighting the best. This is my 6th world champion back to back. And I want to continue to get the big fights. I'm all about the big fights. I'm all about the big money. So.
Money team, baby.
And yeah, like I said, I asked for this fight. He got nothing that scares me. I fear no man. He's one of the toughest guys in boxing, but I'm a tough guy. And I will prove that May 19th. I'll be a new champion. Thank you.
Thanks, Badou. On to the champ's corner pour la présentation du champion, Yvon. To introduce the champ, Yvon Michel.
Thank you. Adonis on this reign as a champion, as a current champion. He faced everybody was asked to. He was in 2013 against all odds, knocked out Chad Dawson to become world champion. And he beat him in 76 seconds. And in 2013, Ring Magazine, Sports Illustrated, they named him the Fighter of the Year. He could have been the Fighter of the Year after year if he would have got the chance to prove himself. I know that a lot of reporters, a lot of people are underestimating Adonis. I was reading reports, or there was a survey in the state that was saying that out of 15 writers, 12 of them believe Adonis was not going to keep his title this weekend on May 19th. You said that you asked for Adonis, he didn't ask for you. Adonis always asked to fight the best contender possible, and he really enjoyed fighting you, Badou. I can confirm that to you. He is excited, and there is nobody in boxing that can hit as hard as Adonis can hit. And you will find out, Badou, because everybody changed when they first get hit by Stevenson. Everybody changed color. Sorry? You will see. Adonis will bring his best, will be at his best. And May 19, at about 11:30, about 4 or 5 rounds after that fight would have been started, Adonis will be still the WBC light heavyweight champion of the world. If I look at in history of boxing, I was looking at what the WBC is rating out of his 38 champion of the history of the WBC, and they named number 1 Bernard Hopkins, number 2 Roy Jones, number 3 Bob Foster, number 4 Michael Spinks, and number 5 Adonis Stevenson, number 5 in the history of boxing. This is according to the WBC. No, I'm talking light heavyweight. You said nobody was perfect, but 50-0, pretty good. So I'm inviting, and he's currently considered a number 5, but we keep counting. He's 40 years old. We were talking about it not that long ago. Maybe he will try to get to the Bernard Hopkins record at 50 years old, and anyway, to become champion. And anyway, what he was saying, you cannot find somebody more dedicated, more disciplined. He doesn't have a fight, he trained. No matter the day, no matter where he is, he trains, prepare, make sure to be ready when he will get in the ring. That's why at 40 years old, he's still at the top of his boxing, and it will be for years to come, and gradually he will one day be considered the best light heavyweight at the WBC in the history of boxing. So I'd like to invite Adonis Stevenson to say a few words for us.
Hello everybody. Canada, my country. I love Canada. Yeah, first of all, I want to thank Al Eman. You know, Al is the best manager. He make it happen. And with Floyd promotion, thanks. And Lee Besser, tremendous job. Thank you. Good people, Michelle. Thank you too. I'm very happy to be here at Air Canada Center. Very exciting. And with Badou Jack, the fight coming up. Badou, are you ready? Ready. You ready? My friend Badou is ready. Oh, I'm very, very excited. You know, I love that. I love that. Because you never get hit. That's the problem. But okay, it's good. But when you're gonna get hit, it will be a different thing, you know. And it will be exciting. And I hope he's ready. I know he's ready. He's trying very hard. Very good. So it will be very exciting. It will be very exciting. I love it. I love it. And all my friends and Canadian fans are invited to come. You know, the Air Canada Center has been a while. No championship. Now they have a big championship. We're gonna make a story, you know. So I'm very happy to be here and to fight, to perform. And I'm looking for the knockout. So don't blink, because that will be too late. So I'm looking for the knockout, and I know Badou's ready, he's prepared, you know, and he's gonna make a slick movement, right and left. I know everybody, I know, but you know, it's 12 rounds, and I just need one punch. Only one, that's it. That's one, I just need. And soon as it's gonna land, I'm going to knock him out. And he's gonna stay on the floor. That's it, you know. So I'm very happy, guys, coming to enjoy the fight with Badou Jack. And we're gonna laugh and we're gonna enjoy. This is a big promotion, and I'm very happy to be at Toronto. You know, I'm a world champion, you know, I love Montreal, but you know, I can only stay in Montreal. It's Canada, and Canada is big. It's a big platform. Toronto is a big platform. So I'm very excited to fight in Toronto. I'm very happy. Floyd is here too. I'm very happy. What's up, Floyd, my man? Yeah, and you know, so we're gonna enjoy the show. So don't miss that, and don't blink. All right, thank you very much. And I would like to thank Showtime. Showtime is doing a tremendous job. Thank you very much, and I love you guys. And I'm a Canadian. Come to support the Canadian, baby.
Well, the stage is set. Once again, we kick things off at 6 p.m.
I'm very hungry. I got 40 years old, but I'm very, very hungry. I got a kid, I got a family like him too. We both have a kid and family, and you know, so he's a big money too, business. You know, we're laughing now, but in the ring, it's no joke now. You know, everything will be just fight, and who's gonna win? You know, I know I'm gonna win, but Badou Jack is a good contender.
You know you're going to win. What would a win do for your legacy?
You know, for my legacy, but I will see because I got Badou Jack, but I'm looking for the big thing. So I let the people talk.
And finally, on the prediction, well, you were pretty clear here at this fight just a moment ago on the prediction. You're going for the knockout.
Me?
Quick or late knockout?
You know, Emmanuel Stewart always told me, knockout. Just get in the ring and knock the guy out. You know, so that's what I'm gonna do. You know, this is the Chrome Gym preparation. You know, you just training for the knockout. I can go 12 rounds, I can box. It's not a problem for me. But first thing is the knockout, and that's what I'm looking for the knockout.
Thanks, Adonis. Badou, you relinquish your light heavyweight title for a chance to challenge this gentleman, challenge Adonis for the WBC World Championship. Why was fighting him so important for you that you had to relinquish your title?
I mean, that was part of the agreement for us getting the title shot at first, so that's not really true. But Floyd told me he's gonna give me this fight. So I said, why not? It's a bigger fight. And you know, he can work on his excuses right now because I'm gonna knock him out.
But you know, and everybody here knows, and I know you know that too, that Adonis is one of the hardest hitters in the business.
Yeah, but the question is, he can give it, right? Can he take it?
So how do you plan? What's your plan? How do you plan on silencing his left hand?
This is my sixth world champion back-to-back. Look at the guys he fought. 5 years ago, that's one thing. But right now, I'm the man.
Hey, Badou, you forget Derek Edwards? You forget Derek Edwards? He knocked you out, and I knocked Derek Edwards out just to come back to my first loss. And you never revenge your
He didn't want no rematch.
you know? So, stop your talking, please.
Questions from the floor? Any questions from the floor? Please identify yourself.
Hey, Morgan Campbell from the Toronto Star. Business question first, because Yvonne, we talked on the phone, you straightened me out about your end on how this fight left Montreal. So my question is, because we know like you lost some money moving the fight from Montreal, and you guys all had to pay Lee to move his card a couple weeks back. So that makes it seem like to me that it was very, very, very important that this fight come to Toronto. So from a promotional aspect, I'm curious, and maybe the Mayweather Promotions guys can straighten us out too. Why was it so important that this fight come to Toronto?
It was very important to come here to Toronto because they have the best fans. You know, this is a big time sports city. You know, you look at the Maple Leafs, you have the Raptors, and now you got Stevenson versus Jack. Again, we're bringing this big event here. This is the biggest event that's been here in 30 years. I repeat, 30 years. So on behalf of Mayweather Promotions, we coming back. Oh, there's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. We're going to continue to bring you these big time events right here in Toronto. And that's what it's all about.
Okay, so it was for business opportunity, but to make sure there was no problem going in Montreal, the Med Center, everything was getting ready, and then suddenly we were asked to move here, and coming here, we found great fans, a great collaboration from Lee and from Leonard, and we are very, very happy of the success and the success that the event will bring, that we'll get Saturday, the May 19th.
Next question.
Hi, Jean-Luc Lejean from RDS in Montreal. A question for Floyd. A lot of person gives Badou an advantage, saying that Adonis is getting older and he didn't have a lot of rounds in the previous years. Based on your own experience, where you fight in your 40s, do you think that Adonis has lost something? What did you lose when you getting older in the ring, and did you think that Badou will get an advantage on that?
Actually, that's a good question. When I was a lot younger, when I was a professional for 21 years competing, you know, against the best for 21 years. So I want to say when I was younger, course, I was a lot faster, a lot stronger. I hit a lot harder. But when I got older, a lot of those tools, a lot of things that I was able to see when I was younger, I wasn't able to do the same thing once I got older. It was a total different game once I reached 38, 39, 40. It was totally different. And a lot of times what we bank on is, what Adonis Stevenson is banking on is his power. Whereas I faced a lot of guys that was heavy hitters. And I was able to make smart moves, calculated moves, and was able to listen to my corner to dissect the guy that's a heavy puncher and break him down in the later rounds. So I think that you can't overlook Badou Jack just because he has 13 or 14 knockouts, because his 13 or 14 knockouts is against solid competitors and solid competition. But Adonis Stevenson, we know that he's a heavy hitter. But in a sport of boxing, anything can happen in a match of this magnitude. So I don't want Adonis Stevenson just to think that Badou Jack is all the other opponents that he has faced in the past.
One last question, and then any other questions you may have can be addressed to any of the guests that are sitting up here on stage later on after for one-on-one interviews. Last question.
Mike Hoppinger, Ring Magazine. Badou, since that knockout loss to Derek Edwards that Adonis mentioned earlier, you've gone on a great run. A lot of people think it's the best run in boxing. And do you consider yourself the most improved fighter in the sport? And do you think everything's been leading up to this?
I mean, I don't compare myself to other people, so I don't care the most improved fighter. I just think, I did good, and that was just a little accident, and it just woke me up. And now we're here. I'm, like I said, 6 world champions back to back to back. There's not a lot of fighters in boxing that have done that.